right now at 10. It's the field goal that ended it all.
Kick is on its way, and it looks good.
Tonight, heartbreak for Broncos country.
I wasn't quite as good as I wanted to be, and it probably cost us a couple scoring opportunities.
Was it the missed field goal, the cold weather, or the legendary quarterback's performance? 7 News with live team coverage of the dramatic end to the Broncos' drive for the championship. It was without a doubt one of the greatest playoff games in NFL history, but tonight the Broncos are the ones who came up short, suffering a heartbreaking loss to the Ravens. The incredible winning streak now over, along with the Broncos' Super Bowl hopes. 7 News with live team coverage for you tonight. Russell Haythorne talking with disappointed fans. Let's begin with sports director Lionel Bienvenu. And Lionel, you were right there on the sidelines for it all. What went wrong?
That's pretty simple, Teresa. Defense gave up a big play after big play, and Peyton Manning turned the ball over 3 times. End of story. Still hard to believe what happened. Broncos in control of the game 3 times in the second half. 28-21 lead, a 35-28 lead, and had the ball with under 2 minutes left. Shocked, stunned, devastated. Only way to describe this one. Tied at 28 in the fourth quarter, Peyton led what appeared to be the game-winning 88-yard drive. Receiver screen to Demaryius Thomas. Touchdown, 35-28 with 7:11 to go. Then they failed to run out the clock. Gave it back to Joe Flacco. 3rd and 3. 31 seconds left. He just threw it up. 70-yard touchdown pass to Jacoby Jones. Raheem Moore totally misplayed it. That cannot happen. It did. Inexplicable. Then tied at 35 in overtime. Peyton threw across his body. Bad decision, bad throw. Picked off. And then the game-winning field goal. Walk-off 47-yarder by Justin Tucker. The #1 seeds. The drive for the championship. The 11-game win streak all done. And it was the Broncos' own fault for letting this one get away.
Very disappointing. Disappointing just because of how much effort and hard work this team put into this season. And certainly we had plans of playing next week. Guys were excited. And, to get beat in overtime, by a field goal at the end, it's really disappointing.
I had dreams of confetti, and I'm still going to continue to have those dreams. And now I got a better understanding of what it takes to get there.
I would have liked to have seen or been that team to hoist that trophy, and but we're not now. So as I told them, hold their head high. We had an excellent season. Somebody mentioned Peyton. We had a lot of guys have very good seasons. Walk out of here with your head high, and we had a good year, and we'll be back next year.
Still hard to believe the most devastating loss in 16 years since the 1-seed Broncos lost to Jacksonville in January of '97. Never thought Joe Flacco would outplay Peyton Manning in this one. Much more from that stunned locker room coming up on SPX, Teresa, at 10:15.
Yeah, a lot of us, I think, are still can't believe it, Lionel. 7 News there tonight as those disappointed fans left Mile High. They had high expectations for this team, and many were already making their Super Bowl plans for New Orleans. 7 News reporter Russell Haythorne continuing our team coverage live outside Sports Authority at Mile High. Russell, the sting of the cold, nothing compared to how this loss feels.
That's right, Teresa. Many fans told us this loss is more painful than any other loss in franchise history. In any event, an anticlimactic finish to what was otherwise a spectacular game and a spectacular season. Playoff football returned to the Mile High City, and fans had all the hope in the world this morning for the Peyton Manning-led Broncos.
He's broken a record pretty much every week that he's been here. He practiced with the glove preparing for this. I don't think there's any way they lose.
Inside, fans were bundled up and ready for a show.
I think it's awesome. I think he's made the rest of his team better players because they've been able to work under him versus other quarterbacks we've had in the past. I think it's phenomenal.
But that enthusiasm turned to dejection as the Broncos lose in double OT, a heartbreaking loss.
The defense wasn't quite there. The offense didn't give it what they should have, and that taking a knee and putting it in overtime was a horrible decision.
Peyton Manning made a bad throw he should have made. I don't think the refs were up to par, but you can't always blame it on the refs. Defense didn't show up.
Defense sucks.
Terrible.
We had the game won.
But I think our defense just didn't step up. I mean, how many times are you going to get burned? They didn't even put any pressure on Flacco.
I would say this is the biggest Broncos choke since we lost to Jacksonville.
If it's any consolation, that Jacksonville loss in '96 was the year before John Elway led the Broncos to back-to-back Super Bowls. the year after and the year after that. So Teresa, if history's any indication of the future, here's to hoping next year ends much better.